You son of a bitch. Oh, hey guys. Sorry about that. I was just practicing being cool.
Guys, what's up? Well, I'm not doing that.
Another thing I like to do is watch videos. And there's a very popular genre of video that we like to watch on this channel. It's called red pilling. Red pill channels.
Pearl, the other ones.
If you guys don't know the origin of that term, I'll explain it right now. There was this movie called The Matrix in the 90s. And there was a scene where they were trying to get this guy to take his pills. I guess it was like blood pressure medicine or something. And they're trying to give him these pills and he leaned so far back. I mean, it was just like he kept leaning back and back and back. And they were just like, okay, forget it. This guy really doesn't want to take this. Or something like that. It was kind of a confusing plot and it was a long time ago. I saw it in a theater and I was distracted by what I was eating.
Hey, it's Tate-Carlson.
Never heard of him.
Imagine being a 6th grade boy in the United States right now.
Okay.
What are you hearing at school? What are they telling you on the internet? Well, they're telling you to stop being yourself.
Right.
Sit still. Stop joking. Suppress your aggression.
Stop wearing boat shoes to class. Stop bringing a briefcase to class.
Share your feelings. Obey.
Right.
Female qualities are virtuous.
Whoa.
Masculine qualities are oppressive. That's the message. In case it wasn't clear enough, schools around the country have removed urinals from boys' bathrooms.
What?
The male body itself is shameful. Sit down when you pee like a good little girl.
Sit down when you pee like a good little girl.
Okay, I don't know if this urinal thing is true, if they took urinals out of the boys' bathroom, but if they didn't, they should. This is a true story. This is a story somebody told me from their childhood. This person went to a Catholic school, and some kid in the boys' bathroom, trigger warning, he took a shit. Okay? Some kid did this in the urinal. Okay?
Sit down when you pee like a good little girl.
And a priest had to fish it out of there. So, that seems wrong. This could be like the cat litter box thing. You know, that, there's no more urinals. It's all cat boxes in there now.
My friend, his wife, is a school teacher. She works at a school that had to install a litter box.
What, Joe?
Imagine how crazy that is. You're a fucking human being.
In schools, they remove the urinals. It's all cat boxes in there. It's those new futuristic cat boxes that clean themselves. The kids have to go in there. It could be that, but if they are removing urinals, probably a good move.
What would it be like to find yourself the subject of that experiment as a boy trying to become a man during the Biden years?
Okay, that part's true. Boys were a lot freer 3 years ago. They were taking shits in the urinals. They were doing this. They were doing this in litter boxes. It was the golden era of being a little kid.
Either way, we think Tate's views about men very much deserve a hearing. So we flew to Romania to talk to him.
Whoa.
We're posting the entire interview here on Twitter because we've been assured it will not be taken down for ideological reasons.
Oh, wow.
As so much of this content has been.
Okay, so blah, blah, blah. Yeah, Tucker's views have not been great lately. So we're going to get a little bit of the Andrew Tate magic.
For one day.
The video is long, but if you can, take the time to watch it.
Okay, well, if you have to say that. The video's a little boring. It drags on a little bit, but please stick around. Come on. Okay, so this is Tate-Carlson interviewing Andrew Tate, and he finally confronts him, and he says,
"You're terrible."
And then he goes,
"You're a moron."
This has 3.6 million views, and this is a re-upload. So people are...
That's on YouTube.
Sit down when you pee.
Here we go. We'll just skip to the best part of the interview. Here we go. Check this out.
It's one of those lies that's so
Calm
ridiculous that you're just like, I don't, okay.
Easy, Tucker.
He got more votes than Barack Obama. Shut up, he did. Shut up. Excuse me.
What? Are you all right? Is he okay? It seems like he's been
Sniffing. Shut up, he did. Shut up.
Okay.
Excuse me. I want to get your take.
Okay, here we go. Here's a shocking revelation from Tucker here. Here we go. Check this out.
Systems of the world work together hand in hand. I think the goal is to control people's minds to a point where they don't discuss anything that's important. The reason I use The Matrix is because I've watched that movie a few times and there's so many similarities to the... Have you seen the movie?
No.
You've never seen the movie The Matrix?
No, I don't watch any movie.
Tucker.
I don't. Shut up.
Okay.
But I think, genuinely, to go back to that point, any ideology which is waking up and saying, Our worldview is so extreme. The only way we
Right.
can truly ensure it exists into the future is
Okay.
to find the most susceptible people on the planet to
Whoa.
program
Whoa.
and attack their minds,
Hey.
children. I think that's a destructive ideology and should be very closely looked at. And it doesn't matter if it's LGBTQ or anything else.
Right.
I think if you
An example of anything else would be some pervert online trying to sell kids, 15-year-olds, 14-year-olds, get rich quick courses that turn out just to be Discord servers, right? That teach them drop shipping on Amazon, $50 a month because they think they're going to get rich. Okay, here we go. This is probably the most interesting part of the whole interview. Here we go.
I don't want to comment on these things because I don't want to make personal enemies of
Sure.
people I don't know.
No problem.
There's a guy called Adam22.
Who?
Once again, I have no idea who this man is.
Never
I just
heard of
saw
him, yeah.
on Twitter yesterday
Okay.
that he was with a porn star
Okay.
who'd never done a male scene. They got married, and like a week after their marriage, she did her first male scene with some random dude.
Whoa.
And he's on a podcast defending it.
Did his wife have sex with somebody else?
Correct. Why? Like, this is the level you can. But this is what the Matrix wants from you, isn't it? They want the woman in charge and the man
Right.
below with no backbone. Because if the woman's in charge, they can emotionally affect her. They can scare her. You can scare a woman.
Okay, so for those of you out there who don't follow, meaningless YouTube drama, there's some very popular channel called No Jumper.
No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. And today we got a legendary man in the building, JPEG Mafia.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
And what Andrew Tate is talking about here is this guy, the guy who hosts that podcast. I guess him and his wife do porn videos, but they made an agreement where she would do a porn video with some other guy. The red pill community, they are a community, you show them some respect, are very upset about this. And Andrew Tate is basically saying, like, this is how the Matrix works. This is an example of the Matrix. A millionaire YouTuber, he lets his wife do a porn video with some other guy. This is how the
Matrix operates.
Shut up!
Right, so your brother Tristan was in my DMs, like really sincerely trying to convince me that I had made a very grave error, a massive mistake as a result of having let my wife shoot with another man. Myself personally, having been, a couple weeks removed from the actual incident happening, I don't really feel like I made a mistake. It feels like some pretty regular porn
WT
shit.
in the chat, man.
I was a little bit jealous at first. It's kind of a weird feeling knowing that your woman was in the arms of another man, even if it was only for a few hours.
Yeah, so I've watched a bunch of this red pill content for this channel, and this is maybe, guys, this is maybe the first time it's been kind of interesting. These people repeat the same, 3 or 4 things over and over again. Women are stupid. Working out is cool.
Generally speaking, Chinese people look Chinese.
That's the third thing. But this is kind of interesting because, if you're a top G, if you're a top gangster, it seems a little lame to be jealous. I'm jealous. I'm a little jellyfish. That seems a little bit like not top G attitude. That does not seem like top G mindset. But here you have this kind of extreme case of these famous porn star podcasters, and this husband is like, yeah, my wife does porn with somebody else. I don't care. Yeah, that's a pretty extreme level of not jealousy, and maybe not living in the Matrix. Where does
jealousy come from, man?
Shut up!
Being jealous feels bad. Where does it come from? I don't know. Andrew Tate seems pretty thrown by this, and just 5 days ago he's like, "This is the end of society. This is the end of civilization."
This is the level you can. But this is what the Matrix wants from you, isn't it?
And now listen to what he says when he's actually talking to these people. Here we go.
I don't, with all due respect, care what you want to do with your own relationship. If it makes you happy, it should make you happy, and that's fine. And it's your decision to make. It's not my decision to make. I'm just telling you that I wouldn't do it. I can give you admiration for a degree to how well you've dealt with the pressure, I guess, or the hate or the backlash.
Wait a second. I thought this was like the end of civilization. What's going on, Andrew? What's going on, Andrew? Andrew Tate is supposed to be one of our foremost public intellectuals. Who do we got? Cornel West, Bert Kreischer, who else? Brendan Schwab, Andrew Tate, and he's kind of letting everyone down right now.
Adult babe. Adult.
Okay, this is such an important issue that we got to turn to another one of our great internet minds. That's right. What is the lady's name? What's going on with her? Pearl. Let's check out what Pearl has to say about this crap. Here we go.
Misogynistic. For all of the simp man, and I'm sorry because that is simping.
Huh?
Letting your
It
girl screw another guy when you are a tall, good-looking multimillionaire, okay? And you accept her having sex with another man for money.
Right.
Who is the real misogynist?
Whoa, Jesus, Pearl.
Who hates women? What's more misogynistic? Telling them things that are true.
Right.
Or pimping out women for money.
Oh.
He uses women's beauty. He monetizes women's beauty. And I know
Wait a second. Isn't she like, wait a second, isn't she an Andrew Tate fan? This is all getting pretty. This is all seems to be, the red pill community seems to be falling apart right now.
Do you see what trouble we get into when we assume that men and women are equal?
No.
This is what we get.
Okay.
Adam thinks because he has no consequences for sleeping around, that she also will have no consequences for sleeping around.
Oh.
And what are the odds she does this right after their wedding?
Oh my God.
It's just weird timing to me.
So yeah, this online lecturist, Pearl, you know, her whole thing is like, people need to get married. People need to have kids. You know, people need to be in committed relationships. I'm not. And you have this married couple, you know, who have kids, all this crap. And they seem to have some level of security or confidence or whatever that they can make porn with other people and they're still together and it doesn't ruin the whole thing. And she's still not happy.
And Pearl's still not happy. What's it gonna take to please you, Pearl? Goddamn you, you son of a bitch, you.
It really makes you wonder.
Where my unstable girlies at?
I'm going to let her get railed by other dudes.
You are?
And just turn that off in me. I'm just going to silence that. So not only did he decide to do that, he also decided to reward his wife for doing this porn scene. Pull up the clip, King.
Okay.
Lena, I'm so proud of you doing your first ever BBC scene that I decided that I wanted to get you a little something nice. Open your eyes.
What? This? For me? Oh my God! Babe, I really get to keep this?
This is for you. Anything for my queen.
Oh my God, I have a nicer car than you now. I love it. Thank you. So not only did he let his wife get railed by another dude.
Right.
He also is giving her a car because of it.
Okay, so Pearl's getting really pissed off about these
perverts.
Then she goes into some kind of a history lesson. I don't know where she gets this stuff, but check this out.
And this is the thing. This is what we've conditioned and programmed men to do.
Right.
So first, it's like a slippery slope, okay? Like 100 years ago, they're like, look.
Yeah.
Women, in around the 1920s, women moved out of their apartments. So it used to be before around the roaring 20s. Women would go from their dad's house to their husband's house. There would be no living on their own, no having their own place.
Okay.
In around the 20s, that was when women started to work and they started to have an apartment in between their dad and their husband's house. And that's when you see promiscuity rising. So it was kind of a slippery slope for the men with telling them what to accept.
I kind of love Pearl's like complete lack of connection to reality. She's like, before the 20s, women had nowhere to live, so they weren't promiscuous. But there is a ton of research and like books written about this, that people in the 1800s, you know, in Victorian England, there's tons of like research on people's diaries and letters to each other that they were actually very promiscuous. So that's, you know, it's kind of a little bit of a fantasy storybook world that Pearl lives in. But it's also like, yeah, what are you going to do? Take away people's houses? Oh, if we could only take away women's housing. Also, we need to get rid of toilets. Like, what is the point of that story? Even if it were true. Oh, women were promiscuous because they didn't have anywhere to live. Okay. So, what? Yeah, I don't know. I might have this wrong, but I thought the whole idea of the red pill, the red pill was facing the raw truth of reality. Because if we were doing that, it'd be like, yeah, a lot of people are not very monogamous. A lot of people are, but a lot of people are not. And why not just adapt to that reality? But they're like, no, women can't have a house. That's what we got to do. That's what we got to do to fix this.
That's creepy. That's creepy.
Yeah, okay.
Do you think this it's almost disrespectful that they got married?
Whoa.
I was thinking about this. Why couldn't they just stay out of the
Pearl.
business of marriage? Like, marriage is supposed to be a sacrament. And it sort of degrades the sacrament when we have people that are doing corn enter marriage. It's like...
Are you not allowed to say porn on YouTube? She keeps saying corn stars. which sounds a little gross.
Shut up! I almost think that we should be able to tell people no. Like,
Right.
no, you are not allowed to
Get married.
enter marriage. Because it's like, couldn't you just do...
So no. So, okay. So it seems like a pretty good society Pearl's laying out here. Not allowed to get married and not allowed for women to have their own house. Women are not allowed to have their own house, not even...
For one day.
Calm down, man. Women are definitely not allowed to say,
I'm out in Miami, ho.
okay, so the world of this social media star, Pearl, you know, it seems a little restrictive, but it can't be all that bad, right? Let's check. What's this?
Why? I think crop tops for fat people should be banned.
Oh!
Ban. I want to ban so many things. On top of divorce, on top of birth control, I would...
Well, there we goddamn go, guys. A little check-in with the red pill people. You know, what are they doing? But to Pearl, I say,
Give us pizza or give us death.
wow, I think we really learned a lot today, guys. Oh, wow.
And now it's that time of the week to ask the question.
Where my unstable girlies at?
So try not to do this. Or this. And don't do too much
Sniffing.
Okay, now we're gonna do every drop now. Love you guys so much. And as always, bye-bye.
Hey, guys.
Guess what? You're not even getting the whole show. If you want every episode and a whole bunch of other
subscribe on Patreon.
Subscribe on Patreon for as little as 2 bones. Just click the stupid little link below the video in the comments.
See, right there.
There you go. Click it, and that, yep. When you become a patron for as little as 2 bones, you get the Tuesday, Thursday, patron-only episodes. You also get the weekly Book-a-Blega show where we talk about important books. The questions and comments thing where you can ask questions and make comments and all this crap.
All for less than the price of a rancid Charleston chew.
And for only 25 putrid little dollars,
you could become a producer.
That's right, support the show and get your name up here. Look at these people. Look at these people, it make the show possible, okay? God. I mean, without these beautiful people, this show goes straight into the dumpster. A rotten, you know, just wet, disgusting dumpster, you know, behind a restaurant. So there's old milk in there. That's where this show ends up without these people. Is that what you want? Okay, I guess it's what you want. I'll just leave. Nope, it's done. It's too late. Okay? Here we go. Here's the dump truck. Here's the dump truck come to pick up the show. This is what would happen with no producers. Thank you.